All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Sierra Classic 3500. I promised you an outside video. Here it is. Not 100% finished, but I'll show you what we've done. And hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm gonna hold the phone a little closer than normal, but here in Virginia, we can't catch a break. It's either drought hot with no rain, or we get days and days of rain. They say we may get 8 to 10 inches of rain due to the hurricane coming up the coast. But the freshly planted palm trees over there should enjoy it, I guess. Maybe they won't. Sierra Classic 3500. What's so cool about this truck? So I guess it would be a K30 V30. It's an 87 big block, fuel injected, factory 1-ton truck. So it was the last year of this front end as far as the grill design, because we all know the 1-ton carried across to the new body style in the dualies and the crew cabs like that, and Suburbans and Blazers. But this is a factory 1-ton, Dana 60 front axle, 33-inch tires. We still have to put the fender trim right here. And I want to do this video first because we're not hiding anything. You know, these things do get some rust right here. There's no rust, but we're going to put the new fresh stainless trim right there. We did the fresh body molding on the side, which I had peeled off prematurely. I should have waited. And my decal and stripe guy didn't get here. But he does me a good job and has for 30 years now. So no complaints. And he killed it. He hit it right on the head. Truck has been repainted. I'm gonna say most of it, maybe not all of it, but most of it has been repainted. It's a very nice two-tone, white with charcoal. Tires are 285 metrically, which basically measures out to be a 33. The truck is not lifted. These do come with a little bigger spring in the front. And some may argue that's an add-a-leaf, but I think it was considered a snowplow package. And I don't know if it was dealer installed or if it was done aftermarket, but you can see the rear is completely stock, has the huge spring setup, 14-bolt rear end, Dana 60 front, spray and bed liner, fifth wheel and gooseneck rails, in case you guys don't know what those are. They can come out, but you can put a fifth wheel or gooseneck with those. Will attach right here with pins, and then you can also do one without drilling it, so you have a ball in the middle. So you can do the tractor trailer style, which would be considered fifth wheel, or gooseneck, which would be the ball. Interior is very clean. The seat has been redone. Don't know why they use blue. That probably was a gray, and it probably has faded. I know that's weird, but I think that's the case. Headliner's in great shape. All the gauges work. If you watch my driving video, the air condition is ice cold. Tanks work, fuel works. That's a old school brake control box. Extra cigarette lighter's been added. These trucks might not even have a cigarette lighter. Yeah, they did. So it's got 2. That's your switch for the tank. Original dash that does have a couple cracks. And it has this visor drop, which people liked for putting, you know, maps and CB radios and stuff. But those are the factory visors, telling you how to work your four-wheel drive and all that good stuff. This is always cracked. It's not cracked. And it appears to be original. That's not a replacement, the best I can tell. Windows work, locks work, door panels are in great shape. Again, like I said, truck's been repainted. It is not a $100,000 truck. This truck's gonna be $35,000. And if you can find a big block, 1-ton, factory, unmolested truck, which I don't think you will, you really can't put a price tag on it. And completely original under the hood, which leads me to one thing that I do need to bring up. So these are kind of like manifold slash headers. They're factory, but all these little tubes are smog tubes. So to make emissions compliant, they had to have that stuff. And it is leaking some. So depending on your state, you either need to fix that and leave it alone, or take that restrictive stuff off, which we can't suggest, but you know, for off-road use. You should take those off, put a set of headers, dual exhaust, and let it rock. But with the emissions controls and everything, we have to stay compliant, so it is staying completely original, though it does have a little seepage there. Just wanted to let you guys know. All the AC is intact. All the AC works properly. It is very cold. Still got the sticker under the hood. 7.4 liter, 454. Fuel injected, throttle body, TBI, whatever you want to call it. Got the big old factory valve covers like you see on a boat. That's about the only time you see those on a boat. Hydro boost, factory jack, factory sticker, a little extra relay there for probably some wiring for the trailer brakes. Even has a block heater. Yes, it's not a diesel. It does have a block heater because of the fact it was a Washington State truck, if memory serves me correctly. I've got the title and the paperwork. I think Washington State. So that's also why it survived so good. I don't know why the West Coast, even though they get bad weather too and cold, their trucks survive tremendously better. So Washington, Oregon, California doesn't get much cold. Here's one imperfection I want to point out on the paint right here. That's grease, so let me wipe that off. If you catch the light just right, you can see some little dimpling spots here and a little crack. So either clear coat or some of the paint doing something funny right there. That's one of the few, there's a few bugs, but that's one of the few paint imperfections. And again, you can definitely tell the truck has been painted. It's not perfect. It does have the lights across the back, and they do work. Has the fuel injection. Looked at some of those factory ones online because we got a truck that needs one of them that we're restoring. And that little emblem right there is crazy expensive if you get a factory one. Running driving videos already dropped on this truck, guys. Showing the AC, showing the temperatures on 100-degree days, showing us driving down the highway. I may not have said that, but we were driving down the highway in that video. Does have cab lights. They also work. You need to do some exhaust work on it. And that's really about it. You got a great 1-ton truck. If you want to put this truck up in the air, no problem. I'd love to see it looking like this. Of course, you guys know that's our favorite look, 12 inches, 40s. I don't care if you want 20 inches and 54s. We can do that too. A couple others just to show you guys in the background. If you're catching this video and you haven't seen our others, 2 beautiful Suburbans. Short bid there. 2-tone 70s model. Not for sale quite yet. Shortly. The purple short bid 1989-90 era show truck. Suburban, just back from getting the clear coat fixed on the rear deck and was about to roll in for a lift kit, but Daniel's out of town this week, so that's not happening. Tan, what we call the race truck, because it's got a built small block LS and the very original 70s model dually. And there's a few others. Matter of fact, while we're walking, I'll show you the Tendor. Got some good content on that over the weekend. Actually getting used, not abused, but used. But there she is, sitting pretty. This truck gets all the attention in the world. We joked about making a sign $5 for pictures because it drinks a lot of fuel, but everywhere we went, so cool. I don't care if it was an 80-year-old man or 8-year-old kid or a woman. Everybody loves this truck. So much mad respect for this truck. And we love it because we throw the kids in there, the family in there, a buttload of friends in there, and go anywhere. It rides, drives like a normal stock vehicle. It handles off-road. It carries a bunch of gear and luggage. It doesn't get good fuel mileage, but this is one cool truck, guys. And no, it is not for sale. That's the other thing everybody asks. Can I buy it? Can I buy it? Is it for sale? It is not for sale. And if you scroll back, a lot of people wanted pictures of the interior. A ton of people got to see the interior this weekend. But you can definitely check out the full video. I'm not gonna spoil it. If you just type in Tendor Suburban in our previous videos, you can get a good view of this truck. And we're gonna do a very detailed video with Brian and Daniel soon, just going back around it with all the build. Now that we've probably put, I don't know, 1,000 miles on it maybe, and all the driving we've done. So we'll go back over it one more time and bring you guys a recap video, because we've changed the springs, we've changed the suspension many times because we wanted it to be as right and perfect as possible. So Davis Auto Sales in Richmond, Virginia. I'm gonna scoot across the road here while the rains calm down. Anything you guys need, we got you covered. Thanks for watching.